Well, yes, in some ways I have. I think when it had the big run up in 2016 and Bitcoin went to 20,000, a little above 20,000, and then it pulled back for about a year and a half, and it sort of was hanging around 30,000, 3,500. I think some people said this is it. This is the last ditch effort. It's going to pull back. And then this year when it hit 10,000 again and the uses started to grow and people started to realize that this currency is not going anywhere, I think that was like the final sort of bell for a lot of investors that maybe it isn't the fad that we thought it was. And I think it's interesting too, because a lot of people see the price of Bitcoin and they don't realize like the currency and the blockchain technology are two different things altogether. And when these kids are going to school and college, they're really learning about blockchain and the advantages of blockchain there's millions of uses that are out there, but being able to have this code that a lot of people can verify independently is a huge advantage for business. It's a huge advantage for health, like health insurance and going to see doctors. I mean, there's all these incredible uses that are out there. I even saw this really interesting use that this company in Seoul, Korea, what they're doing is they're allowing average investors to buy fine art. And so what they've done is they bought two David Hockney paintings. And David Hockney, one of his paintings sold for I think $60 or $70 million recently in an auction, and that was the most price ever paid for a living artist of any kind of art. So they bought two pieces, this company, and what they're going to do through blockchain is they're going to allow investors to buy a small piece of that art. And it was brilliant. I just thought this, because that's the thing, is like the average investor, maybe they've seen the price of this fine art. The David Hockney painting that sold, I don't remember the name of it, but it sold at 5 times the last price. And why shouldn't regular people be able to do that? And this company, the name will come to me, but basically they've created a way for someone to put as little as $8 into some of these unbelievably rare paintings and be able to exchange it. So let's say they sell it at that $8, and over time that it doubles, quadruples, you can get that value. And I think that's where things are going. I think that being able to give a regular investor, a regular person, the availability to make 5 or 6 or 10 times on their money when they can never make that in a traditional investment, giving them the option to take a gamble a little bit and buy one of these paintings and change their wealth and change their lives, which cryptocurrency has done for so many people. I think that's really exciting. So I think that there's a lot of different those uses, and that has nothing to do with Bitcoin. That's just blockchain. That's a whole separate entity. So I think that those things are going to continue to happen. And I think those things are really going to change the way we think about investments, the way we think about the world. And it's going to give everybody access. That's the really cool thing about cryptos. I think it gives people access.